It's the 29th of April, and here are some updates of what we've been up to over the past 2 weeks. Um, yeah, so we've just posted a video on Penumbra Threshold Custody. Excuse me. Yeah, so I recorded a video with Dismad some weeks ago, and we put it together and posted. Vito created shorts for, and I think there's more shorts which I need to upload.
But I don't know
But
why this one.
yes, possibly. Yeah, so we posted them on YouTube. That was from yesterday, and yeah, I've been managing the bounty program, adding more tasks for Penumbra. Last week was somewhat disappointing. We had people who were assigned to tasks who um, basically didn't communicate or make progress, so they've been reassigned. Yeah, we also have been communicating with other projects. So Vito's been reaching out to Citria to organize a joint event with possibly someone from Shielded Labs. Still trying to work it out. I've sent a message over to Zankas to invite him onto the ZecHub podcast. Just sort of scheduling events. And yeah, I guess we held the Zcash Town Hall a week ago, or slightly longer than a week ago. Okay. And yeah, there's been some additions to the ZecHub wiki. Check the comments. Crikey. Charts. Okay, yeah, this was a bug fix on the dashboard. I've also been working on EduZec. So Article recently released a Zcash address parser, and that's been added to the ZecHub, the EduZec repo. So I think that's our wallets page on page 8. And I've been talking with Manuel about running a node. So I started a node, and I also started a node for Penumbra, but both the Zcash and Penumbra nodes. I've got like a problem with this, a cache console where it keeps crashing, so this is something in progress. And yeah, we have Shielded News, which is posting tomorrow. That's written by Vito. And yeah, Vito also created shorts for the town hall. Yeah, shorts for the town hall. And has been helping manage the Discord and posting to socials.
Yeah, and about Iron Fish that we held a call with. I put them in touch with Shuda Labs, so they have good meeting. They're doing plans for the future, probably related to.
Cool.
But thank you, Dan. Thanks for then, Peter. I think Citra it's based in Korea, and it's a project about a ZK rollup. So the main goal of this partnership or event to like explore more about ZK's rollup and introduce and cache cache created knowledge. So it's a good step that we are taking.
Hmm. If anything, I think it'll just be like they're based in Korea, and Korea has regulation around the usage of privacy preserving crypto. Um, so we may be like we may have to proceed cautiously. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello, exoskeleton. And hey, Kento. Dismad, was there any updates from stuff you've been working on? I know you made some videos.
Let me see here. Um, I have been working on updating uh, my my old Zcash D node. I was able to put a block explorer on it and run it locally. Um, so that's running, and I also want to share a resource that I use so that I'm able to access this local node anywhere I want using Tailscale, thanks to Strad.
That was awesome. We should record a tutorial for someone to set up their own local explorer. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to getting Zbrad compatible with it so that we can switch over to Zbrad completely. That's the long term goal. But being able to use a local node is pretty dang cool. So for those who don't know how it works, you just install the Tailscale app on your phone. You connect to your Tailscale, and you can access your in a secure way. It's pretty powerful.
oh, I also just remembered. So yes, I also put payments through for. So like I've kind of figured a process where we can be doing bounty payments efficiently with Penumbra um, and Zcash, and I think I put uh,
Talk about Penumbra really.
yeah, I mentioned it at the start. So yeah, the video we released was on sending threshold custody transactions. Our next video is actually going to be on the initial setup of the backend. Um, and yeah, in terms of the DAO, we have no open proposals. Um, Zcash Korea Ambassador passed, and it's at the same rate as he's been using in the past. And yeah, I guess that's everything from the past 2 weeks.
I'm gonna post a link to the Namada forum because I've been trying to get them to support NIM token, and it looks like it's going to happen. So for those who are NIM fans, eventually you can use NIM on Namada, which is pretty cool. Just wanted to mention that.
Shielded Nim. Oh, I also forgot. So there was videos. So we kind of tried something. There's the animator main. So we made videos for Zcash and Zashi and Zingo. The Zingo one, we're still working on final edits before um, it can be posted. Um, but I like this idea of kind of helping other community projects just through the bounty program. Like instead of ZecHub posting everything, me and Vito have differing views. But yeah. On one hand, it's best for ZecHub to post content, like all the content, to help grow the channel. But on the other hand, some content is better posted through the main channels. We'll see.
See how it goes.
Yeah. So we're also talking with Nim. I sent like a proposal which included a bunch of quiz questions and activities and tasks that people can do. So we're still waiting to hear back from them when the Nim Squad League can join up with ZecHub. We're going to join
Oh, sorry.
We're going to join a Penumbra community call at some point, I think over the next week. And so
I was just about to say that, like, by they said, like, I have news for that.
So, you know, Lead Bytes 1337 Bytes. He made progress on BTC Pay server, Zcash plugin. So once that's active on like BTC Pay, the app, then Nim will be. Yeah, he's great. Then Nim will be able to take Zcash payments. And like during before the interview I had with them, we were talking about it, and they said, yeah, as soon as it's there, they're going to add it, Zcash support.
One last thing I want to mention, Squirrel, is if you haven't had a chance to update to the latest Zebra, it's not officially released, but you can just compile it from the GitHub main repository. They updated a lot of the RPCs. So I'm in the process of finishing porting our scripts that we use for the dashboard, but almost all of them are running ZBRAD now. And I highly recommend checking that out. And then there's other scripts that I've been working on that I can post a link for that you can use directly with ZBRAD. So take it out, take a look, and we're slowly getting through the Zcash deprecation. So I'm excited.
Yep. What does that line on Zcashd say? Like, I am aware that Zcashd is going to be deprecated, and I agree, and it's like a disclaimer.
Yeah, you got to put a special flag in your Zcash conf or your 6.2 Zcashd won't run right. So if you run into that you got to set it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we also have we prepared like a bunch of quiz questions for a Penumbra times Zcash quiz event. And yeah, we're gonna host a fun quiz with Penumbra people. I know Kenzo and a bunch of other Zcashers have joined the community there, and yeah, I'd invite you guys to come into the Penumbra server and check things out. And there's still a small community there, but good people.
Just about to highlight Wayne. Welcome.
Yes, Dan, thank you. Strings and flutes. Well, fairly short meeting this week. Was there anything anyone wanted to bring up? Ideas for stuff that we can do?
The only thing I want to mention is there's been a small push to use free to Z more. They do have a way of you can upload videos and you can support free to Z and then also ad free, and you can use those in the forums or wherever. So I'd like to start using that more personally, um, but just wanted to mention it.
Yeah. Like, in my mind, AI chats, yeah, can do AI private AI generation. Um, I think it'd be cool on Free to Z if you could see who's live on the front page. Like if someone is live, like on Twitter, when you go onto Twitter, you can see who's live. Something like that on Free to Z would
But on
good.
notification when
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd like to hear from DAO members. What do we think?
For
Hello.
so I had to take my headphones out. I was wondering, would ZecHub be interested in creating like a wallet?
Yeah, I think this matter was pretty close.
I
What
didn't
kind of
hear you
wallet
guys.
are you thinking?
Not just a basic wallet, but like I want wallets to be where like it'll post the news,
Mm.
um, as well as like educational things, like where somewhere where we could post our updates. Like in a way, like I guess it'd be more like a ZecHub app wallet.
Hmm. That's a really good idea. So there is something similar. There's a Zcat. I wonder if I can get the link. I'll just post the Twitter link. Um, so I don't exactly know who this is, but they've created an app that tracks all Zcash related happenings, and yeah, it's like a data aggregator for Zcash. Um, but like having a wallet that can also do that these types of things would be interesting. We are
Yeah.
gonna release. I don't know if I would call it an app, but it's essentially a tool that will allow you to send your own private newsletter. Something I've been mulling over is release, like making an announcement. I think perhaps I should do this on my own account instead of the ZecHub account. But I'm going to invite people, like whoever's subscribed to the Zcash Shielded newsletter. In the next week, one lucky person is going to receive one Zec. And so, like, all you have to do is subscribe, and you may get an airdrop. Or I could airdrop to the full list of addresses. So
Okay, I like that idea, Scrub. Do y'all guys think it'd be a good idea to start like a Zec hub lottery?
no, so like the airdrop is already kind of risky. Um, a lottery would be like I'd need 10 lawyers.
Like they'll have to actually buy, like it'll be like a real lottery. Like you purchase your ticket and you have a lucky winner.
Mm-hmm.
well, I have a
And
thought.
then oh no, you can go ahead.
I was just about to say that I think Michael can very well, but I think 2 years ago at a mem right, there's a Tyler kind of got him.
Yeah, I think to operate a lottery, at least in this country, you need to have like various certifications. I guess, yeah, this is the use case of a decentralized platform, correct? But we are also a like established legal entity.
Okay, okay.
What
But
I
I
would
do
recommend though, yeah,
before I go, Square, I do want to build something for ZecHub. If anybody have any
exactly.
ideas, just let me know and I try to work on it.
Look, I tell you what. So that idea of a lottery is very, very good. You can do it. You can build something that operates fully, like autonomously, so that you don't necessarily need to take full responsibility of the thing. um, so I would say build that Zcash lottery. I think I could figure out a way to do that.
Okay, cause I think the community would like it because some of the a portion of the funds would go towards like the Dell fund and other things that for the community.
Exactly. I think I mentioned this on Friday. I don't know if you were there, but I fully agree. You could even have a portion of like the price of a ticket go to NSM to be burned and later issued as staking rewards.
Okay. I try to figure out how to start this approach, how to approach this.
Yeah. So one way I'm fond of doing it, because it takes a lot of money to host a lottery, a solution might be to use Zcash as kind of like a front end, and then you use an existing lottery on the back end. So you could even do something with like Polymarket, where you have agents operating on the transparent side, and someone buys the ticket using Zcash. So it'd be like a third party hosted service. Yeah, prediction market. So like we don't we don't need to. We could just use the existing liquidity from Polymarket and like the equivalent amount of USDC that you earn. Um, this third party could just pay you in ZEC, pay you back in ZEC, and you can use
Okay.
Ecash memos as like identifiers. Um, so you include your reply address when you buy the ticket, and then the third party service issues you a receipt so they could send you a reply transaction with your loses money goes to lockbox.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I my advice is write down the idea, and then we can start figuring out how to build it.
Okay. We'll talk about it. If we have time Friday, we could touch bases on it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also want to remind folks, if you're part of ZCAP or ZAC or the ZecHub DAO and you want to vote on the election stuff, please do so because we're running out of time.
So on Thursday. Yeah, closes on Thursday.
Girl, can I ask a question about the EduZec?
Yes.
Will there be? I'm not super familiar with the direction of this, and that's on me, obviously. Are you guys accepting content or videos? Like, I have some clips that I found in an old folder, like from one of the ZCons. I believe it was when Deirdre was still around, or yeah, Deirdre was still around, explaining what is like very technical, detailed stuff that isn't ideal. Excuse me, isn't ideal for socials. But they're pretty great standalone explainers of like unified addresses, keys, the different types of, and how is orchard different from sapling, a few things like that. So basically, the question is: does EduZec, will it have videos as a part of it? And should I share them with you?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment, I would say like you can. At the moment, there's a bunch of pages with just text, and yeah, more content can still be accepted for sure.
Okay.
The main thing we're working on now is the ability to test memos. So we want users to be able to go onto EduZec and like they get a QR code and we just test out like sending a memo and then on screen it would display what they sent.
Cool.
Maybe that's something Lowell can help us build.
So Manuel's building that now. Yeah.
Well, if he needs assistance.
He very well might. Cool. Okay, so I guess like current tasks which we have happening. One of them is to create a so the anonymity set poster which we put out recently. We want this to be a chart on the dashboard, so someone can like view the Zcash anonymity set over time. Another one is adding Penumbra data to the dashboard. So that's why I've started the Penumbra node. We're going to start pulling metrics, shielded metrics from the network and displaying it. So senior dev, do keep a lookout. There are going to be tasks coming soon. Yeah, guys, I guess that's it for this week. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, I'm available. Got any questions? Hit me up.